Well, hello, YouTube. Live readings and messages here on the Cosmic Readings and Messages 777 channel. Um, I'm going to just you may hear myself in the background because I have the monitor on, just making sure everything is working. All right. Apologize if I cough a little bit. Allergies are acting up just a little bit today. Don't have bad ones, but they are acting up just a wee bit. Anyway, Cosmic Readings and Messages live on this Thursday, September 5th, 2019. If you're watching the repeat, uh, um, obviously this won't be live for you, and you won't be able to get any readings done. I did this the other day for the first time, and kind of enjoyed it. There was some people that joined the chat and had some questions, and I think the readings resonated with them, and that's the whole point. So I know this is sort of an oddball time, but I'm looking for work, and so my schedule is kind of hectic because I'm doing some part-time stuff. So if you're watching, that's why the time is kind of unusual. I will try to do something in the evening, so maybe more people in the U.S. Can watch when they have a moment. But in any case, what I did on Tuesday was, give me just a moment here. Had to cough there, so I turned the mic off. What I did was I just basically went through all the signs, and then when people showed up in the chat and had a question, I did the question for them. Today I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I'm not going to do all the signs, so I'm not going to be posting all of the times for each sign. Instead, until somebody comes into the chat room and has a question and wants a live reading, I'm going to ask some questions to the universe using the cards, posing some questions about the world. And if you're watching, and right now it looks like there's nobody watching. So again, this is a sort of an unusual time, and this is also advertised just a few hours ago. So this may not be the best time to do this. But if you have a question about the world or a worldly type question, I would be happy to answer that. So that's what this is all about. So I'm going to wait just a moment and see if anybody else comes in, because I did see that there was some other people watching, and then the number dropped, and then it went back up, and then it went back down again. So nobody has a questions. Nobody has a question, I should say. So we'll just see how this all works out. It is 11:38 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time today, September 5th, 2019. And I do have the Angel Tarot cards. The Angel Oracle cards, messages from your angels, and the Tarot cards. So let me just throw this card up there. And I have the Angel cards. So I hope the sun shines on everyone. I really do. Yes, I'm also looking at the monitor of the actual stream with another computer just to make sure everything is working, and it is going through. So I got the Sun card there, and one of the Angel cards. So those are the cards I use. Now I know there's other readers out there that use a variety of cards. I'm just going to change the lighting in here just a little bit so you can see that card maybe a little bit better. What we're going to do is use these two decks. I actually don't have any other ones that are official. I have an unofficial deck that I don't really use. It's like a homemade deck that somebody else made, and I just don't get a good vibe from it. It's not that the messages are bad or anything. I just don't feel that it's like giving the correct message. It's like not in tune with the universe, as they say. So I use these two decks. I have no reason to get any other ones, because the way I see it is the spirits, angels, and the universe already know what who's watching, why they're watching, and how I'm going to shuffle. They, as far as I'm concerned, they even already know what I'm going to ask. So they've already loaded stuff up. Um, as you may want to call it like time travel or whatever like that. But I do believe the universe has different dimensions. I mean, we already understand that. We live in 3 dimensions, but we know there's other ones that we just can't grasp because we're not in tune with those other dimensions. But at the same time, they are there. And the universe is surrounding us. It's full of energy. We are full of energy. Our bodies are made of energy. And we're all in this together, whether we like it or not. And so I actually believe that the universe, the spirits and angels, use these cards and our energy to portray the message that they want to convey. You can say that it's tied into religion. You can say it's tied into faith of some kind, or not. Even if you don't have any belief, you can't argue that our bodies are electrical. It's a form of energy, and the universe is full of energy. There's energy all around us. Everything that happens has to do with energy. So we're part of that. And I think religion is just a humanized manifestation of that. Now, I do have a belief. I do have a religion that I tend to follow because it works for me. So everyone has their own way of looking at it, and that's how I deal with my own life experiences. So, with that all said, I'm going to use the angel cards and the tarot cards, and I do divide them. I do divide the major arcana tarot cards from the minor arcana cards. I know some people mix them all up, and if a major card flies out, it's like a major message. It's a big message, something like that. And the minor cards are just like giving you a general message or answering a question. But if something is really important, you get a major card. I don't do it that way. I use the major arcana cards separately, specifically for the main or major message that you need to keep in mind. The minor cards are basically what I call filler. They're helping fill in the rest of the story or tell another story that the spirits and angels, or collectively the universe, wants me or the person that I'm reading for to know. So that's how I do it. It's also very intuitive because sometimes I will look at the picture and the picture will have more meaning than what the actual tarot meaning is. Like, I will see something that will catch my eye that will fit the story that is coming to me through the cards. So, in that respect, sometimes I go completely against like what the card is, quote, supposed to mean, and I just go with the actual picture. Of course, the pictures do usually have something to do with the meaning, but that's how I do it. And same with the angel oracle cards. Sometimes the picture itself, or the name of the angel, or something about the card itself will strike me a certain way, and I just get this feeling that that is part of the message itself. So it could be the message that's actually written, but it could also be the card itself, and maybe even the colors or how the picture is portrayed. So what I do before I start a stream or recording or whatever is I do a little prayer and meditation. I ask the universe to come forward. Any spirits or angels that have a message for those who would be watching, those who would have a question, to please give the answer that they need and the guidance that they need to move forward. And I do ask the universe, and it usually does work out that way, to be positive. Even if something bad is happening with this person or in the read, I always ask that they give a positive outcome, how to make things better. And that's usually what happens. In fact, I would say 99% of the time. Very rarely do I pull cards where there's just darkness and sadness and negativity. I know there are cards that point in that direction, and when they do come, there's always a positive message to go with it. So with that said, since I don't see any questions in the chat room, and it looks like I do have some viewers, but either people aren't logged in or whatever, I'm just going to go ahead and I've been shuffling the cards while I'm talking to you, just to keep things moving along. I'm going to ask the universe for a general message. Since I'm in the United States, I'm not going to go with the world right now, but I will say, what is the general message that the spirits and angels have for the United States of America on this day, September 5th, 2019? What general message do the angels, spirits, and the universe have for everyone in the United States of America? And I know this is kind of lofty, and I'm asking a big question because there's so many people and so many things going on. But here's the card that just popped. The Bethany card popped. Now, this would then apply to the entire United States of America. When you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, sea salt bath, or pedicure. So this is just a chill out type card. This is, take care of yourself, relax, treat yourself. So, I take that immediately, and I mean, this is kind of obvious, I think. Maybe somebody out there watching will think it's different, but this is a message to the entire nation, the United States of America. Take care of yourself, because when you do, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, sea salt bath, or pedicure. Okay, so everyone can't do that, obviously. But this is about taking care of yourself and relaxing. Relieving stress. And that makes total sense. There is a lot of stress in the nation. For various reasons. Immediately people jump on the political bandwagon. Immediately people will say it's all about politics. But there's a lot of other things going on. There's a lot of stress in the nation. I mean, we have a hurricane that's moving up the coast that's impacting people in the coastal areas. We've got, obviously, political division, and we've got a lot of back and forth on that. But we've also got just a lot of general stress. It is the fall season, so summer's over. People are going back to work, back to school. The summer holidays and the vacations are over for a lot of people. So, there's a lot of stress from that. People are thinking about work, people are thinking about school, getting back into the grind of things, getting back into a schedule, where maybe during the summer they didn't. So, this card is saying, take care of yourself. And everybody benefits. So what the nation is, if everybody's taking care of themselves and everyone's relaxing and de-stressing and treating themselves a little bit and being good to themselves, it benefits everybody. So what a really good card for that particular question. I simply asked, what is the angelic, what's the spirit's message for the United States of America? And that is a very good card to keep in mind. Now, I'm going to pull a Major Arcana Tarot card, simply because, I'm talking about something big here. To go along with that Bethany card, what major message do the spirits and angels have for the United States of America to go with the Bethany card? What's something that the entire nation needs to think about or keep in mind? What's the message from the major arcana only, because this is a big question, for everyone in the United States of America to keep in mind as a whole? And the cards right now are kind of sticky, and it's not really humid where I am, so they're sort of acting funny, and that usually means to me that there is a strong message trying to come forward, and the cards are just sort of locking themselves up, and I can't really go through them, but there's something that's trying to come out. So that's how I pick it up. So let's see. Okay. All right. Here's the card that popped, finally. It's the Magician. And another really good card. The Magician. He's got the sword. He's got the pentacle. He's got the cup. He's got the sword. He's the Magician. He can create anything. He can mix and match and manifest whatever. What another good message for the United States of America. Because the Magician's also focused and creative. Turning visions into reality type stuff. A lot of inspiration. So, I see that immediately. This is the question for the United States of America, the message from the spirits, angels, and the universe. We can all be the Magician. We can manifest whatever we want. We're creative in various ways. We can turn our visions into reality. We can be inspired and have that lead into action. It's almost magical in a way. This nation is founded on, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Whatever makes you happy, you can make it happen if you really want to. You've got all the tools in this nation. If you really want to do something, you can. No one's going to hold you back. You can hold yourself back. You can let other people hold you back. But if you truly want to do something and you're inspired, you can go ahead and do it. And nothing's going to hold you back. You talk about a powerful card. The Magician is one of those powerful cards because he can control all the other symbols in the minor arcana. The sword, the cup, the wand, the pentacle. He can take all those things and wave his magic wand and make things happen. He's the Magician. And you can do that. De-stress. That is the message for the United States of America. That was my simple question. What message do the spirits and angels have? And these two cards popped. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, it just works. And I promise you, I'm shuffling the cards and I'm using whatever pops out. I have them face down, so I'm not picking them, but it's perfect. Now, some people may read them differently, but, that's the message that's coming through. Now, I'm going to go ahead and ask about the world. This is really big, so spirits and angels, please come forward. And what message do you have for the world? What angelic message do you have for the world? I'm going through the cards. Let's see what pops. Okay, these cards are also now acting kind of weird. They're locking up and like the whole deck flipped over in my hand. So that means, again, to me, that means that there's an important message trying to come out. And the spirits and angels are trying to get the correct one to appear. So, spirits and angels, once again, what angelic message from the universe do you have for the world for this September 5th, 2019? For the world. Anyone who watches this channel will see that message. Did a card flip? I thought I saw a card flip and it wound up back in the deck, but it didn't. All right, so some weird things are happening here. All right, let's see. What angelic message do you have for the world? Okay, this is the card that flipped out. Like a normal flip out, like they're supposed to happen when I get a good message. The Vanessa card popped. And Vanessa says, to make your decision, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose? Which way takes me away from it? That's a good message for the world. Ask yourself if you're making decisions. The world is always we're always making decisions. The whole world is. Each one of us, our leaders, people all around us, we're always making decisions. Ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose? Which way takes me away from it? Yeah, that's something we should all be asking ourselves. Let's see, that is the Vanessa card. Now, there is a booklet that comes with these cards, and that gives you know what? I just opened the book. I was going to flip to the page. It was already on the Vanessa page. I just opened the book, and it was on the Vanessa page. You talk about a coincidence? This is my life, you know. These things happen like this. So to go along with, to make your decision, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose? Which way takes me away from it? The additional message is, should I go this way or that way, you wonder. One day, you're sure of your decision. The next day, you question it again. This indecision will be healed by focusing on your divine life purpose. Even if you aren't sure of your purpose's exact nature, you do know that it involves bringing peace to yourself and others. Wow, you talk about a good message for the world. Based on this foundation, then, what decision brings you the most peace? If you're still unsure, then ask God, which I call the universe to, and the angels to help you further. You can ask us, which decision will help the most people? Ah, interesting. Talking about helping people. This is a wonderful basis upon which to make your choice. Sometimes the easiest route is the one that takes you the furthest away from your divine purpose. So your indecision may come out from a fear of making waves or uncertainty about your future. In such cases, gradual change is warranted. Slowly introduce your new direction into your daily life and ease out of your old direction slowly. In that way, you won't frighten yourself. You will be more open to hearing God's guidance, or the universe's guidance, and you will feel our love. You talk about a good message for the world. And the spirits and angels, in my opinion, I honestly believe, want things to be good for all of us, because our time is limited here. So you talk about a really good message for the world. A world message here on a live chat on YouTube, on a channel with only a little over 200 subscribers. And I've just got this message for the world, and the previous one for the United States. And they both fit perfectly. Now, you know, a negative card could have popped. Something about something else. But, you know, it just works. It just works out that way. It just works out. This message is perfect. It's something that the world should be thinking about. Everyone should be striving for reaching their divine life purpose and figuring out which way takes you toward it, which way takes you away from it, and go the correct way. The way that helps and benefits most people. We all have to live together, right? It's one planet. We all have to be in this together. Interesting. I'm going to go ahead and pull a major arcana card with the same question. Spirits, angels, universe, please come forward. What major arcana card is the message you have for the world right now, all the countries, all the people of the world. What is the message you have for the world? Okay. Let's see. You got the Chariot. The Chariot card. Now, the Chariot itself can talk about it could be you're literally getting a new car or a new vehicle, so you're going to be traveling, or you're just getting something new. But the Chariot also talks about action and change. It could also represent a journey. And we could say that, everybody in the world is on a journey. We're in it together. But it also does talk about action and change. So, in that respect, yeah, there's a lot of action happening in the world and a lot of change on this journey that we're all on. And we have to ask ourselves, which way takes us to our divine life purpose? Which way takes us away from it? What's going to benefit the most people? Action, change. Is it going to be good? Is it the right direction? Or is it not? Interesting way to think about it. The universe came through with that card for a reason. That card also talks about being seen. Kind of like the star card, like you're the star. We all want to be seen. I mean, obviously I'm doing this YouTube channel so that people can watch. We're in this age where everybody wants to be seen. Everybody wants to be out there. And we're on this journey together. But are you doing it? Are you on this journey, and do you want to be seen on this journey that's taking you closer to your divine life purpose or away from it? That's something to think about. When you actually sit down and think, these two cards together are very powerful. The Chariot card also talks about a move. That you're moving towards something or away from something. So that's something to think about. So again, here it is, little live readings and messages on YouTube on one day, September 5th, 2019. I've only got a few, a little over 200 subscribers. I'm not doing anything on a grandiose scale, but 2 questions for the spirits in the universe, one for the entire United States of America, the other one for the world, and these are the cards that we've gotten, and these 2 for the world. Powerful messages for such a simple YouTube channel. And this is what I talk about, especially to my friends and family that know that I'm in tune with the universe and I get these things. It's not a coincidence anymore. So there we go. Now I see somebody else is now watching, so if you are in the chat room, I am doing live readings for a little while longer. And then it'll all be recorded, and you'll be able to play it back. I just asked for the universe to give me some information, what the spirits and angels had for the United States, and got 2 very interesting cards that were a very good message. And the last one I just did was for the world. I'm being very bold today here on the channel, doing this live reading on one of my many days off as I'm looking for work. And it is something to think about. Now, let's see. So those are the 2 big readings, I guess. Brown Sugar is in the chat room, so hello, I will wave to you. If you have a question or you want to know something from the spirits and angels, I will be happy to do a reading for you as quickly as I can. Of course, these are all free. Click on the description below. I do accept PayPal donations. My name is Bill, so I'm the Bill WX in that PayPal thing. And a little bit about my background. If you didn't watch the intro video or read the other stuff in the early sections of the page of the channel, is I'm a science person actually. I even teach college science. I won't get into all the details, but I'm a science person. I'm looking for facts, evidence, proof, that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I have life experiences that really let me know that there is more out there. And I have crossed over to the other side several times. I've been, as they say, clinically deceased more than once. And I knew I was coming back. I can say that with certainty. So, ever since those times, and every time it happens, it gets stronger, I have a stronger connection with what I call the universe. So, that's where I come from. And I have so many coincidences, and unfortunately a very, very nice lady that I was a colleague with as well as a friend who knew about my past and knew me very well. She passed away last year rather suddenly, and she was not very old, and it was very tragic. I won't give her name because you could look her up online, and there's actually hundreds of people that were saddened by her loss, by the loss of her. But she knew me very, very well. In fact, some people thought we were an item because we were very, very good friends. And she used to say to me all the time, because my name is Bill, she'd go, "Mr. Bill, Mr. Coincidence. When are you going to realize it's not a coincidence?" I know it's not a coincidence. I know the universe is trying to give me messages. And what I see and what I hear at times are always for a specific reason. So that's why I do this kind of stuff, sort of on the side, because I can't deny what's out there and what my own experiences show. And things that I've seen and heard and things I've told people have come true almost every single time in one way, shape, or form. So I know that there's something else out there. And again, we're part of this vast universe which is full of energy. Everything around us is energy in some way, shape, or form, including us. And we are all connected to it. So that's where I come from. That's how I see it. So Brown Sugar in the chat room is asking for no specific question, but a spirit message. So, and I just subbed, she said, so I guess you just subscribed. So thanks for joining. This channel has not been around for a long time. I lost my full-time job several months ago, and somebody told me, things are going to get better, and I do readings for myself. And the messages have been very positive. I'm just hoping that that positive energy does continue and that something comes along that fits my actual career. I'm working some part-time jobs that are good, but not quite enough. And so I'm just waiting for something really, really good to happen. But until then, I'm trying to stay in touch with the universe and trying to spread maybe the message. Maybe that's what this is all about. Maybe this is supposed to be a pause in my life where I'm able to create this channel, and do this. So that's how I see it. So as for a spirit message, I'm going to go ahead and pull the angel cards here for Brown Sugar in the chat room. She doesn't have a question, or he, I don't know who Brown Sugar is, but I like brown sugar. It's great stuff to cook with. What spirit message do we have for Brown Sugar in the chat room? Angels, please come forward. Spirits and angels. What just general message do you have for Brown Sugar? Okay. Here's what came out. So maybe it resonates, maybe not, because, the cards are acting kind of weird today, which I mentioned earlier simply means there's usually a strong message trying to come through. But, and Brown Sugar says she's a she, so there you go. You got the Adriana card. It's the angel leading the children. She says, I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. So this card is simply saying, if you've had a recent prayer or you're wishing for something, the angels have heard you. The universe has heard you. Please listen to and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. So the little voices inside. You're getting these ideas like you kind of know the answer, or maybe you're getting an answer that, oh, I just thought of this. And for me, that always means the angels and the spirits, the universe, is working on you. They're giving you that little voice, that little extra idea that, you're saying a prayer. And this could be something as simple as you want someone to get better, and you're doing a prayer for them. The angels and spirits have heard you, and they're going to lead you in the right direction. You're going to say and do the right things. Maybe you can help that person. Or you're looking for something in your life. Since this is not a specific question, it's just a very good general answer, because it could be for anything or everything you've been wondering about. I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. And that's plural, prayers with an S, not prayer. So this means what this says to me, for Brown Sugar in the Room, is all your prayers. The angels, the universe is hearing you. They hear all of us. When we sit and talk to her, it's kind of funny. When you sit and talk to yourself and you just dream out loud or whatever, the universe hears you. We're all part of it. So there you go. So I'm glad I'm looking at the chat room. So I'm glad that resonates with you, Brown Sugar. I'm going to go ahead and pull another angel card just to see if there's any clarification or any other details that the angels have for you. I did see Empress Daisy was there, but she seems to have disappeared. But let's see here. Is there something else for Brown Sugar? I'm just going to go ahead and see what else. Okay, here's the card that flipped. I'm not sure if this resonates with you because the cards are acting kind of funny, which to me means, as I said before, that it's a possible strong message. But you got the Maya card too. Or Maya. And Maya says, schooling, study, and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. And whenever I see anything about schooling or studying and education, that doesn't necessarily mean actual school, or it doesn't mean going back to school. It could also mean if you're in a job, maybe you have to take a course, a mini course for like a certification, or it could be like everybody at work has to take some type of online test or something like that you have to study for, so that it could be for insurance purposes or something like that for the company. It could be anything like that. So schooling, study, and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. So if you're finding it a little bit difficult, whatever this is, it's all for your own good, and the angels and spirits are there to help you. They're going to help you with the process. So, that's another good catch-all type of thing. So, there you go. And again, they're leading you to your prayers. The answers to your prayers, and you're going to get those ideas, and maybe that has something to do with that card. So there you go. Kind of cool when you think about it, how these cards come through like that. All right. Thank you, universe. Thank you, spirits and angels, for helping out Brown Sugar there. Empress Daisy has a question about, should I give my parents and family money tomorrow? So Um, I'm going to go ahead and pull an angel card because there's different answers to this. It's not simple yes or no. There could be an explanation. So, and hello, Puzzle of Life, or yeah, Puzzle of Life. I'm looking over at the screen. Um, Puzzle, yes. Ask a question. Just type it in there. I'm not typing. I'm actually doing the readings live. So just go ahead and type it in there. I'll get to it. But I'm doing this this reading um, for the other question for Empress Daisy about giving money to parents and family tomorrow. So, spirits and angels, do you have a message for Empress Daisy about this money situation and giving it to family members? Is there something tied to that, something that Empress Daisy needs to know that's tied to that? Maybe more than just a simple yes or no. Okay. Interesting card popped. You got Grace and Antoinette. I don't see this card too often, but maybe this fits the question. To help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. Okay, so you're talking about giving money to someone else. There's obviously a reason for this, and the angels are saying to help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. So you've come onto this channel, you're asking this question, they're telling you, whoever you're giving this money to, see it from their point of view and be compassionate. Now that could be a yes or a no. I think they're leaving it to you to figure out. Maybe it's can you, and maybe it's a question of do you think it's the right thing to do? And you have to be compassionate, and you have to see it from the other person's point of view. So that's what they're telling it. Hello, Bella, in the chat room too. I see you. So that's the way to look at it. Quite interesting when you think about it. Let me see if there's any more information that the angel cards can give us. You know what? Yeah, the angel cards will give us the best message for you. To go along with Grace and Antoinette. Okay, this card just flipped out for you, Empress Daisy. Now I see that your question has to do with bills, and you're trying to save. So maybe this has to do with that part of your question, because you got the crystal card, which I really like. And the crystal card says, have faith and hope because there is something positive and new on the horizon that you can't see yet. So you just said in the chat room that you have bills that are due, but you don't get paid enough. I think what this is telling them, I think, something good is coming for you. Have faith and hope because there's something positive and new on the horizon that you can't see yet. So maybe, I believe in karma in this respect. You do good for others, something good's going to come to you. You do bad to others, it's going to come back to you. So if there's some way you can help, it's going to come back to you. And the angels are telling you there's something new and positive on the horizon that you can't see yet. So they're already telling you something is going to come back to you and it's going to be good. And maybe that is a raise, something like that. I mean, you really have to think about your own situation. I know we're all in tough times. The reason I'm doing this reading now at this particular time on a Thursday is because I'm looking for full-time work. So I completely understand about being stressed about bills, not getting paid enough, that kind of stuff. But you do have to ask yourself, you have to see things from the other person's point of view and be compassionate. And there's something good and new on the horizon that you can't see yet. So something is going to turn around. Something is going to come good for you. That message is for you because you're the one asking the question. So there you go. I hope that helps out. 2 angel cards in that case. All right. So let's see. A puzzle of life. You have a question about are the spirits letting me know that Mark and I going to be in a relationship through the signs? Okay. Let me just, since there's several people in the chat room, just so you realize I don't really do astrology. I don't really do the sign type stuff. I do, on the channel, use the signs for categorization because everybody knows their sign. So it's just an easy way to categorize things. So the signs really don't have really a meaning for me personally. And I'll just mention this briefly again because there's other people now in the chat room. I'm a science person. I'm looking for proof, evidence, facts, that kind of stuff. I actually teach science. I have a very strong science background. A part of that is in physics. So that is how I operate because I also have my own personal life experiences that lead me into this kind of stuff because I have crossed over to the other side several times. I've been clinically deceased. I won't get into the details, but I knew I was coming back all those times. And again, it was several times that it's happened. And I know it was for a reason. So every time I've come back, I've had a stronger connection with the universe. I see and hear things. And in my daily life, the people who know me the best and closest know that I'm definitely in touch with the universe. So the reason I created this channel was to share that. And I do accept donations, but I'm doing this, because I want to get the messages out there. So read the description below if you want to make a PayPal donation. I do greatly appreciate anything, but it's not necessarily. I'm trying to get the messages out there. And so I'm doing these live things now because I have the time, and I think the universe wants me to do this to try to get things get things out there. So as for the question, let me just go back here I just want to get that out there because we have several people in the chat room. For Puzzle of Life, you want to know about the relationship with you and Mark. What angelic message do we have for Puzzle of Life regarding Puzzle of Life and Mark? And I'm going to go through the cards. And what angelic message do you have for Puzzle of Life regarding that question? Okay. I love when this card pops. Okay. You got my card. I called this card my card. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but I have always, for many, 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 many years, had dreams of a very powerful angel, and he revealed himself to me and gave his name. And it was funny because there was another reader that I went to years ago who did all kinds of stuff. She read palms, she did crystals, she did all this stuff. And she said, "You are watched over by Archangel Michael, without a doubt." She goes, "I'm getting that very strongly." And I said, "Holy cow, I have dreams with Archangel Michael. He is the protector, and some people consider me to be the protector. He's my angel." And that's the card that just popped. So when he pops up, it sort of gets my attention because he's my angel, He's the one that's watching over me. In fact, I was given this a couple of years ago, or actually about 2 years ago, from a very, very good friend and colleague who also knew this pendant with the symbol of Archangel Michael on it. And I actually do feel some energy from that particular item, not because of the rock, but because of the symbol itself. In any case, He says, I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. Now, your question, Puzzle of Life, is talking about, you're asking about love. You're talking about romance. You want to know. Archangel Michael's helping you make those decisions. Can the angels please come forward with a message in particular about love or romance for Puzzle of Life? Let's see here. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, Puzzle of Life, you got the Omega card, which is the victory card. Victory, your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. All right, so you're being watched over by Archangel Michael. He's helping you make right decisions and helping you. He's guiding you in the right direction, and he's leading you to victory. So if you want this relationship to be long-term, I think that's what this message is, because that was the question. What you desire is going to happen. So I wish you nothing but the best. I'm just going to go ahead and pull a Major Arcana card from the tarot deck and see what comes through for Puzzle of Life. Just additional information for Puzzle of Life to go along with Archangel Michael and the Omega card there. What card is going to flip? Let's see here. Okay. Now, I haven't flipped this card over yet. But you got... Okay, Puzzle of Life. Get ready to laugh. You got the Lovers. Oh, you can't make this stuff up, right? I think that's all we need to say. Right? Seriously. You got the Lovers cards. And this is talking about deep love, a choice, a good choice, the strength of two, partnerships, and it's all good. It's a positive. I mean, you're asking about you and Mark, you know. You got Archangel Michael watching over you. You got the victory card, and you got the Lovers card. Do you need anything else at this point? You know, seriously. Oh, sometimes those spirits and angels, the universe just cracks me up because they're there, they're listening, they're paying attention, and you know, the messages come through just I mean, it just fits the questions. It fits what we wanted, you know, what we needed. So there you go. Okay. All right, let's see who else is in the chat room. We got a couple of more people. We got Belsamela, I think is the name. Blossom. Let me just go back and scroll up because I may have missed a few things. Oh, and you're welcome, Empress Daisy. Blossom wants to know, when will my ex, Mitt, come to me with the truth, ready for a new beginning with him? So, do we have an answer to that question? And that, again, is for Blossom11 in the chat room. When will my ex, Mitt, come to me with the truth? I'm ready for a new beginning. So, and angels, what message do you have for Blossom11 in the chat room? Just come on forward, and what message do you have for Blossom? Now, I do have to wrap this up in just a couple of minutes because I do have other things I have to do today. But let's see here. Angelic message for Blossom11. Blossom and Mitt. She wants the truth. So please come forward. Okay, what card? Okay, card just flipped. and it wound up going back into the deck as I was going through them. So here's the card that flipped. You got the Shanti card, one of my favorites. Shanti is the angel of peace. I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. There you go. And I'm going to pull a major arcana card. For some reason, I'm being drawn to the major arcana cards. To go along with Shanti, is there a message for Blossom? Okay, the card that flipped, this is interesting. You got the Moon card, which I see as sort of a mysterious card. The Moon card, historically or traditionally means, it can be a little bit mysterious. It could be unseen problems. It also talks about trusting your intuition, listening to the little voices inside, that kind of stuff. But like I said, it could point to unseen problems, but I'm not getting that vibe. You've got the Shanti card, which is talking about peace. What's coming to me on this particular card is you got the two howling dogs there, the wolves, looking up at the moon. I'm getting the idea of two people, and you're going to be howling at the moon. That's what came to my mind. You're going to be back together, and you're going to howl at the moon together, because animals can become friends with each other. They become part of a pack or whatever. So I think this is actually good for you. It may be a little bit mysterious in a way, but you need to trust your gut. That's what I'm getting with this particular setup of cards. I'm going to pull one more angel card for Blossom, just to see if there's any other clarification to go along with her question. Okay. The cards are acting very weird again, which to me means there's usually a strong message trying to come out. So give me just a moment here. Spirits, angels, for Blossom. What other angelic message do you have for Blossom about Mitt and the truth and that kind of stuff? Come on. Come on, cards. Something fly out. What message do you have for Blossom? Okay. The card that popped out was also one of my favorites. You got the Astara card, which says, you deserve the best. Reach for the stars with your dreams and desires, and don't compromise. So, you deserve the best. If this is going to be the best for you, you deserve it. Smooth the road ahead. Could be a little mysterious, but I think two dogs howling at the moon, happily together. I think that's what that's showing. But it could be a little bit... It may not come easy. That's what I'm getting. This may not be an easy thing, but I think it's all going to work out because you deserve the best, and it's going to work out. So, there you go. I hope that helps. While I was doing this, I wasn't reading the chat room, so... Okay, so yes, you're looking for peace and overall abundance. I think that's what's coming, and I think that maybe that's... I didn't even see that when this card came out, but you deserve the best. So, and reach for the stars, basically, with your dreams and desires, and don't compromise. So, and you've got the angels watching over you, obviously. So, there you go. I think that pretty much says it all. I think maybe that moon card may have been thrown in there because you were thinking of the other question about money too. So, the angels and spirits tend to do that. They already know what's going on. So anyway, let's see. What else do we have here? Hello to Tarot TV with T. Bessamella. I hope I pronounced hope I pronounced that right. Can I ask, does Samira thinking to text me? We haven't talked in 3 days, and we are both female. Okay, so you want to know if somebody's going to get back to you. I'm guessing this is a friend or something. Spirits, angels, please come forward. I'm going to pull an angel card for Basamella. It's kind of a weird question. You're just wondering, is somebody going to get back to you? What message do we have for Basamella in the chat room regarding that question about somebody getting back to them? Okay, the card that popped, and something like that type of question, I don't think is like an earth-shattering question. Some people are silly and they don't get back to you for a couple of days and then suddenly they do. But you do have the Athena card. And the Athena card says, it is safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. What that tells me is, regarding your question, you're going to have to take the initiative. You're going to have to be the powerful one, but in a loving way, because you know how to do it. You know how to be powerful in a loving way, and you can make this situation change, whatever the situation is with you and Samira and the text messages and that kind of stuff. So I think it's not a question of will this other person get back to you. I think you're the one who has to initiate that, but you have to do it in a loving way because it'll benefit you and others, and you know how to do it. So whatever the situation is, I think you can control it and get it back on track to whatever this is. So the card spells it right out. It is safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits others as well as yourself. So do it the right way. That's the simple answer to that particular question. All right? And I'm just getting this whole idea that this is not really a big deal. It may seem like it to you, but I think this is not the big deal that maybe you're thinking it is. So I think it will work out, but you're going to have to be the one to initiate whatever you want, and it'll work out in your favor. I'm sorry for the noise in the background. There's police cars going by outside. All right, let's see. I'm going to scroll back up because I'm missing... Oh, did I just drop myself out of the chat room? I think I did. I clicked on something wrong, and I'm not seeing any of the questions now. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, okay. I'm back in. Give it a moment to load. This is all live, so give me just a moment. All right, it's not coming up. Where is the... Here we go. Okay. I'm back in the chat room. Sorry about that, everyone. And I do have to get going soon. Let me see if there's anything I missed. Okay, Miss Shante. Hello, I need guidance with my oldest son situation. Will he overcome? Will he get back on track? Good question. Good question. So Miss Shanti in the chat room wants to know about her son, who's obviously off track, some way, shape, or form. What message do the angels have for Miss Shanti in the chat room regarding her son getting back on track? Okay. This card popped. I'm just gonna spell it out because this is the card that came out. You got the Desiree card, and it says no. Conditions aren't favorable right now. Wait or look into other options and ask the angels to help, guide, and comfort you. So, to answer that question about your son, the answer is no, conditions aren't favorable right now. Wait or look into other options and ask the angels to help, guide, and comfort you. Obviously, You're talking about a son, so you're a mom, and you're concerned and you're worried, and you need to ask the angels to help you and guide you and comfort you, because there's obviously something wrong going on here. But what I'm going to do is ask the angels for advice. What should Miss Shanti do? What should she do? If she asks you for help, can you give her some guidance, because her son is having some type of trouble, and she wants to get him back on track? Is there advice from Miss Shanti? What message, advice do the angels and spirits have for Miss Shanti? I really don't like that unfavorable message there, but sometimes things are out of your hands, and to deal with that question, it's not you, it's your son. So let me see here. All right, the cards are actually locking up here, and they're not shuffling properly, so that means there's a strong message to me that's trying to come out. Advice for Miss Shanti. Oh, was this okay. All right. You got the patience card. And the patience card, to me, I actually take the patience, even though the angel's name is patience, I actually take the word itself, patience, as part of the message. So I think you need to have patience. Now, the message itself on this card is, now is the time to learn, study, and gather information. Enjoy being a student, because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action. Now, this means to me, in regard to your question, you need to learn, study, and gather information. That's about your son. You need to find out more. I don't know what this is dealing with, if it's financial or a drug issue, or just your son is just not on the right track. Like, he's not doing as he should. He's doesn't know what he's supposed to do with his life or something. I don't know. But the angels are saying being patient. Patience is the word. And you need to study, gather information, enjoy being a student. Now, that doesn't mean going to school. That means you need to learn about what's going on with your son. And in the future, you will synthesize your knowledge into action. Then you will be able to help your son. That's what I'm getting here. I'm going to pull a major arcana card because I think this is very important. I do have the minor ones here. I know I've been only pulling major ones, but I think this is an important question. Is there a message from Miss Shanti regarding her son that she should know about? To go along with the two angel cards that have already come forward. Is there any advice or message that she should, Miss Shanti should keep in mind? All right, these cards are also acting kind of flaky again, so that means a strong message is trying to come forward. And you got the Lover's card. Now, the Lover's card typically means partnership and love and romance. I mean, literally the lovers. It also stands for a choice and strength of two together. Now, for your question, what immediately came to my mind was, you need to become a partner with your son. And I don't mean that in a romantic way. I mean that in a mother-loving way. You need to be there for your son. It's motherly love. And of course, you're concerned about your child. I mean, that's just the way it goes, So, the Lover's card is not romance here. This is family love. This is, you are concerned, you want things to be right. And again, this is talking about change and partnership. I think if you work with your son, maybe gathering that information and putting it into action, don't be, yes, you can be authoritative. I don't know how old your son is, but maybe you should show more of the motherly love part than saying, your life is screwed up. You're doing the wrong thing. What are you going to do? It's easy to get angry at somebody or come across as angry to somebody, but I think what this is saying is be the mom, be the loving mother to help your son. Conditions are not favorable right now, but by doing these things and being patient, because it's not going to change overnight, things are going to improve. I'm going to ask the angels for a future card. What future message do you have for Miss Shanti regarding the issue with her son? Whatever it is. If she follows through the correct way, what is the future? What does the future hold for Miss Shanti and her son? What angelic message do you have for the future for Miss Shanti and her son? What message do we have for the two of them? Let's see. Okay, come on, angels. Throw one forward. Okay. Okay. The angels are being very, very clear now. You got the Bridget card. It's the caution card. Caution is warranted. Look deeper into this situation before proceeding further. Okay, so this is telling me you got two negative cards here. So obviously there is something not right. That's why I pulled this card. I pulled another angel card because I was going to see if there was something good that could really come through. But, this is the caution card. Look deeper into this situation before proceeding further. So, again, don't fly off the handle. Be the loving mother. Be patient. Don't expect things to happen fast. Be cautious. You don't want to drive your son away. So this is the Bridget card. Let me. There's a booklet that comes with these cards, and I'm going to go ahead and open it to find Bridget, and see what the extended message is on for Bridget. The additional message is, you have asked for heaven's guidance, and it is given. So, the spirits and angels have heard you. Obviously, you come to this channel, and you're on here right now, and you're listening to me. You're watching. You got these cards, so they've heard you, and they've given you the advice. This situation isn't right for this. This is the other part of the message. This situation isn't right for you. Some vital information has been concealed, as you will need to dig deeper and ask more questions of those involved. Okay, that goes back to this card here. Your patience card. Now is the time to learn, study, and gather information. This Bridget card is telling you need to find out more. There may be more to this than you know. Whatever's going on with your son. Let's see. Dig deeper, ask more questions of those involved. Trust your gut feelings, since that is how I communicate with you. Please don't worry about this situation. Please don't worry that this situation is the only opportunity available to you. It isn't. There is something better waiting for you. But first, you will have to free yourself. Remember that nature abhors a vacuum. So you must create a vacuum, and then the new situation will reveal itself. So that's telling me what you need to do is just relax, calm down, and just let the universe, ask the universe to help you. Ask the angels to help you. Ask for help. Whatever the situation is. Don't just come to a conclusion and follow through with it and be angry or lash out or whatever. Be loving. This is not going to last forever. I'm definitely getting that. But you need to do things the right way because you don't want things to get worse. Let's see. You may feel disappointed and betrayed. That is why you must call upon me and your other angels to help you stay strong and true to yourself. You deserve situations that are aligned with love. There you go again. And you don't have to settle for anything less. And I think that is the main message. This is not going to turn around quickly, but I think given time and with your knowledge and learning more than you already know, you will be armed with the information you need to make things better. And I'm just looking over at the messages on the thing here. So you're meditating and you're not trying to push things. So the universe is telling you that already. And you're already doing it. So you're doing the right thing. So, what does the future hold for Miss Shanti and her son? I'm going to ask that to the angels. What does the future hold? No, I'm going to go to the, we got a number of angel cards. I'm going to go ahead and go to the major tarot cards. What message for the future? And I'm not putting any time limit like 3 months or 2 months or 2 weeks or whatever. What message do we have for Miss Shanti about her son for the future? What is the expected outcome for Miss Shanti and her son if she follows the advice of the angels and follows through with her patience? Okay, here's the card that flipped. Okay, Miss Shanti, hold on to your pants or dress or whatever. Because finally, we've got the card that you need to see. You got the sun. The sun is happy. The sun will shine on you. You know what? You're on YouTube. Go ahead and look up Jeff Lynne's ELO, the Electric Light Orchestra. His last album that came out with his new ELO, Electric Light Orchestra, was an album called Alone in the Universe. And there was a song called The Sun Will Shine on You. I mentioned this in the other day in my live reading because somebody else needed it too. Just listen to that song. Jeff Lynne's ELO, The Sun Will Shine on You. But you got the sun card. And the sun will shine on you. The sun is talking about material happiness, a joyous outcome, success. This means if you do things right, the angels are now saying things are going to turn out right. The sun's going to shine on you and your son. Happiness. It's going to work. So, there you go. This is a rocky time for you. So, that sun card is your hope. It's the light at the end of the tunnel, as they say. I don't like seeing dark cards like this, but, the angels are going to come through with the truth. It's the truth of the universe, as they say, the absolute truth. They're going to come through. You got that Lover's card, but again, it's motherly love. You need to partner with your son and help him get through whatever the situation is. Things are not going to turn around overnight, but they will turn around. So there you go. I hope that helps you out, Miss Shanti. Now, I know that went on for quite some time, and I do need to wrap this up soon, but we also now have, Kiera in the chat room. Is there any other questions that I missed in the meantime? Okay. So Kiera wants to know about, has a question about regarding her relationship with James. So this is a love question, I guess, or romance. Kiera. So, hello, I'm going to wave to you. She wants to know about her relationship with James. So let's see. We'll pull an angel card first. The angel seems to be hot today. As I like to say, what I usually tell my friends that know me and know about my background and that I in touch with the universe and the angels and the spirits is they're like, if I give them the message, they're like, yeah, the angels are hot today. So, so anyway, Kiara in the chat room, and hello, Red Rose. What message do we have for Kiara regarding relationship with James? So this is looking for love, I think, or maybe just questioning like, what's the deal? Okay, you've got two angel cards flipped. And maybe they'll make more sense to you, Kiara. First of all, you got the Omega card, which I love because it's the ultimate good card. It's the victory card. Your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. So whatever you're looking for in this relationship, whatever you're desiring, it's going to come to fruition. You're going to have victory. But you also got the Rosetta card, which is you have a gift for working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or parenting children. So there's something about you and children. Now, this card popped out with that victory card. So if it resonates, great. If it doesn't, it may have been a mistake because the cards are acting kind of flaky today. But if you're doing anything that involves children, maybe this is just a confirmation, like the angels want you to know something that card has something to do with the victory card. For some reason, whatever that reason is. But that's what you got. So I think this relationship thing that you're talking about with James is victory. Whatever you desire is going to come to fruition. Now, it works the other way, because I don't know what your desire is. If your desire is to end that relationship, that's going to happen. You're going to be victorious. But if you want it to grow, then you're going to be victorious that way too. So there you go. I'm going to go ahead and pull a Major Arcana card for Kiara, just to see if there is anything else to go along with those two cards regarding relationship with James in the chat room. Let's see. Here we go. Come on, Spirits, Angels, what major card do you have for Kiara? Alright, these cards are definitely acting weird, so there is a strong message trying to come out. Which card is it going to be? Which card's going to come flying out? Maybe land on the floor. Oh, this one. Okay. You got the Chariot card, which is talking about moving. Could actually mean getting a new car. It can also talk about change. So maybe something's changing in the relationship for the better because you got the victory card. It could also represent a journey, like taking an actual trip. So maybe you and James are planning a trip, a romantic trip of some kind, or just, maybe it's not even a big trip. Maybe it's like just taking a walk in the park or something like that. I don't know. I'm not picking up anything else. I'm just getting like, you and James are going to take a trip. That's what really came to mind. The two of you are going to take a trip. And it could just be to the store together. It could be to the park. It could be on a little mini vacation. But that's what I'm picking up. Maybe something for the weekend or something like that. So, anyway. There you go, Kiara. And it's kind of funny. I just saw your message. You're wondering if you'd be expecting soon. Well, maybe that's why this children thing came through. Now it makes total sense. You didn't even ask about that. The angels just threw that card out there. So there you go. Also, are you planning on moving? Maybe that's what this Chariot card is. Are you and James planning on moving to a new home or something? Now, maybe it's not a trip, but looking for a new home somewhere. Maybe that's what that's about. But still victory. You got the victory card. So whatever your desire is, you're going to be victorious. So there you go. Pretty nice. Kind of funny that children card came out there. You have a gift for working with young people. You have a divine purpose involving helping, teaching, or parenting children. So that may be a little clue there. You'd make a good mom. There you go. All right, Tarot TV with T. Go ahead. If you want to add something, go right on ahead. You can join the channel or whatever. Just click on whatever those links are. Just as a reminder, if you want to make a donation to the channel, just read the description below. I have my PayPal link in there. I would be very appreciative for anything. I don't do this as my livelihood. I am looking for full-time work in my profession, but I'm spending a lot of time doing the stuff here for the internet, and I've got all this set up for doing these readings and stuff. So anything that you want to contribute, I'd be more than appreciative. And there you go. So there's that PayPal link down at the bottom. So I'm glad Kira loves children, and yeah, there you go. That's what it's all about. So Tarot TV with T. I love that name, Tarot TV with T. Welcome to Cosmic Messages and Reading 777. By the way, the 777 is there for a reason. And I was told in dreams, and I was also told by two other readers, that the 777 is important because my first, middle, and last names, my legal name, are 7 letters long, and it was not intentional. My parents did not do it intentionally. Just another coincidence added to my life, right? So anyway, so Tarot TV with T wants to know about Twin Flame Eric, feeling about what she did for his birthday. So I'm going to pull a minor arcana card and see if there's a message for Tarot TV with T. Did he feel special? How did he feel about the what she did for his birthday? So what message do we have for T? TTT. Come on, spirits and angels. What message? Universe, come forward. What message do you have for TTT? Tarot TV with T. All right. Okay, this is the card that flipped. Okay, interesting. You got one of the cards that I consider to be a messenger, although it's not a page, but I consider the knights to be messengers in some respect. Now, some of them come charging in. The Knight of Cups sort of comes in nicely, just waltzes in. Now, the Knight of Cups is somebody who's very charming. So maybe that is your Prince Charming. It can be a romantic person. So I don't know what you did for his birthday, but did he feel, was there romance involved? Was there, something like that? Obviously you think he's a charming person. So, I don't know if, the question is about you, for you, but you were asking a question about how did he feel. So kind of a weird way of portraying this with the Knight of Cups. It could also represent a wedding. Are you already married or planning on it at this point? So that's what I'm picking up here. I'm picking a lot of romance up with that particular card. I'm going to pull an angel tarot, angel oracle card just to see if they have a message for Tarot TV with T. Regarding her question about the birthday with her significant other there, Eric. Any message for her regarding the birthday issue? Gifts? The birthday thing? How did he feel? Okay, these cards are... Sometimes they move very smoothly and a message pops out, and then sometimes they sort of lock up, and again, to me, that represents a strong message trying to come out. So let's see. Come on. Okay. Well, here's the card that popped out. You got Seraphina, which is, I am the angel of families. A happy change or addition is coming to your family. Now, regarding your question, oh, okay. She just said in the chat room, I heard he will propose soon. Getting my acceptance speech ready. Well, you got this card that says, I am the angel of families. A happy change or addition is coming to your family. So, oh my goodness. I mean, if that doesn't scream proposal coming, I don't know what does. Spirits and angels, please come forward again. Do we have another angelic message for Tarot TV with T in the chat room? Yes, I was picking up the romance with that first card, but you got it again, so. Okay, let's see what card flipped. This is making me laugh like I did earlier with the other reading, where the messages were like just perfect and spot on. It just fit the question perfectly. You got Daniel. I am the angel of marriage, and I am assisting you right now. You can't make this up. Oh my goodness. All right, Tarot TV with T. It looks like there's a happy ending to all this. Prince Charming is going to ride in on his horse, and you're going to be getting married. Oh my goodness. Thank you, spirits and angels, for the laugh and also the nice message. Okay. I guess that birthday is going to lead to lots and lots of birthdays, right? Okay. All right. Is there anyone? So, yes, I think you should get your acceptance speech ready. Definitely. The angels and spirit. Let's see. I'm going to pull a major arcana card for you. What does the future hold for Tarot TV with T and Eric? I believe that's his name. What message do you have for Tarot TV with T? And the card that flew out. Okay, here you go. You got the sun. Happiness. Happiness forever. Happily ever after. The sun will shine on you. How do you like that? The sun card. It doesn't get any brighter than the sun, right? Really, seriously. Material happiness, joyous outcome, success. What you want happens. You know, it's... There you go. The sun card. All right. Is there anyone else... Is there anyone else in the chat room that has any other questions? I guess not. Okay, 107. So I was going to do this from basically 11:30 to 12:30. So we went overtime. It's an hour and a half, a little over hour and a half. So I thank everyone for watching. This will be left on YouTube, so you can go back to the very beginning, because if you go a couple of minutes in after I start talking, I actually asked a question for the spirits and angels for their message for the United States of America, for the entire country, and for the world. And the messages that came through were very interesting, very good, but very interesting. So, you want to go back and watch the beginning after, there's a couple of minutes of just like a title type thing. Let's see, I see Tarot TV with T in the chat room, but I don't see anyone else. It looks like somebody else is watching, but I don't see anyone else asking questions. So, anyway, so I guess I will wrap this up. I thank everyone for watching, and we'll end it off there. So, thanks for watching. Go back, watch the replay once YouTube puts it up, and I'll put it in the September folder of the playlist thing. And very interesting, because I started off with asking the spirits and angels for their message for the United States of America as a nation, and also for the world. So again, watch that, and It was a very interesting message that came through for the current time period, and I guess it leads into the future a little bit too. Something to think about. All right, so thanks for watching.